We made it to 50 subscribers. That's fantastic. Now we need 100. So I'm going to start this video by saying thank you to everybody who has subscribed. You've been really supportive of me. I just want to let you know that I really appreciate your support. And it's somewhat of a surprise that my channel has even got to that many subscribers. And I know it might not seem like a lot, but when you think about it, I've built this channel from the ground up. Thanks for all the support. It means a lot. And I hope I can continue doing what I'm doing. You're doing a fantastic job. So keep it up. About the channel and why I started it. Well, to be honest, I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. And actually I used to make Minecraft videos when I was about 16, 17. It was so cringy. Obviously I loved doing it. I really enjoyed it at the time. And I don't think I ever stopped enjoying it, but there came a point where, you know, I started to grow up and it got to the age where, you know, I'd start seeing women, and it's just not something, it's not something that you want, really. You want to be associated with when you're getting into that, and it's kind of embarrassing, kind of cringy. And also I just got bored of it. I stopped enjoying making those kind of videos. But that burning desire to have a YouTube career, to be on YouTube, it never really went away. It's always been lingering within me. And that sounds kind of dirty, but we'll just go with it. Just over a year ago now, I went through a breakup, and it was a tough breakup. With me going through that breakup, I got to a point where I wanted to move on with my life, and you know, that's where I started trying to get back into the dating scene, back into seeing women. And I think I might have gone on YouTube and sort of looked up a few things. But I'd been in that relationship for like nearly 3 years of my life. But I'm sure you guys have experienced this. You've been in a relationship so many years and you're used to being with that one person, and it does kind of knock your confidence a bit when you're trying to get back out there again. You get a little rusty, you kind of lose touch with your true self, if that makes sense. Your true attractive self that probably attracted that girlfriend in the first place. That's where I'd try and look up things, and that's kind of what got me onto self-improvement. It was a slow process, but I remember the beginning of the year, this was when I said to myself, I'm not trying anymore. I'm not going to look back. You know, that's it. Clean break. Yeah, I got into self-improvement, and it started off small. You know, I'd maybe start working out a little bit more, you know, taking care of myself more. Over time I've grown mentally, physically, spiritually, you know, and I've developed myself that way. And obviously I've learned a lot of things along the way. And with me being on somewhat of a self-improvement binge on YouTube, because that's been a massive influence on my life. So, you know, I came across a guy called Hamza, and I'm sure there's quite a few of you watching right now, especially if you're into that self-improvement kind of thing. Adonis. Yeah, so if you know, I'm sure you guys have come across his channel before, and he was a massive influence on me. I don't know why, but it's just something about the way he was speaking. I remember watching one of his videos, and it just resonated with me. It just made me feel something deep inside, and it was just like, yes, like, you know, like I'd almost tapped into this deep self that's within me, that's almost trapped inside. And it's like I finally felt touch with who I really am, if that makes sense. But yeah, and obviously I started watching his videos a bit more, and after a few weeks I came across one of his videos where he was talking about making income online, and we were talking about his YouTube channel. He said he was making like £2 a week, but he just kept at it, kept doing it, kept making the videos, kept up the hard work, and before I knew it, it were £4 a week, and then maybe £10 a week, and then maybe 20, and you know, 50, and so on. And obviously that's how it kept growing. And at the time I was kind of getting sick of this idea that I've got to work 40 hours a week for the rest of my life in a job that I'm not going to say that I hate my job, but I don't want to work full time for the rest of my life. I want to be able to enjoy my life. I want to be able to do the things that matter. I want to have time. You know, I want meaning in my life. I don't just want to work and just be a corporate slave for my life, until I retire, which, you know, I might never see retirement age. I want to do something that I'm truly passionate about. I want my career to be linked with my purpose. And I just remember watching that video, and I thought, that's all I've got to do. All I've got to do is make videos, provide value to people, and just do it. And just keep putting in the hard work. Not worrying about whether I'm going to worry about getting 100 subscribers or 1 million. I'm just doing it. Doing it because I enjoy it. Do it because I'm passionate. And do it because I've learned a lot of things along the way this past year that I can provide value to other men who've been in that position, who've been in, who've been through a tough breakup, who've been through, relationship issues and all that crap. So yeah, that's why I started the channel. Do I have any aims or objectives in the future? Yeah, I want to get 100 subscribers. But no, seriously. Well, yeah, I'd like to obviously grow the channel. I'd like to be at a point where I'm not just making videos and getting maybe 1 or 2 likes, or I might get a few views. I want to be able to connect with my audience. I want people to comment, reply to comments. I want to have a proper connection with my viewers, people who watch my videos. I want to also invest in the channel. I want to buy better equipment for recording videos. I'm thinking about getting a good camera, some better lighting, maybe even a better computer, because my computer is shit. So now I'm going to talk about who I am. Well, my name's Josh Jables, and you know what? I fucking hate that name. I can't stand calling myself Josh Jables, but it's something that I've called it's something that's been kind of a nickname for me for quite a few years now, and I can't stand it. I hate it, but it's memorable. It sticks. It's alliteration. Is that the word? It's got the j. It sounds. It's something that you're not going to forget about anytime soon, and it's quite memorable. And even though I hate that, it works. So now I'm going to read a comment that one of my subscribers left me the other day. So this comment is by Spectre, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, so sorry if I butchered your name. The comment is quite long, so I'm just going to read the first part. And it says, "Here's my question for you. How and why did you get into making videos? And what is the purpose that you have behind these topics? What message do you want to portray to the younger men that are watching you?" Well, the purpose that I have behind these topics is I want to help people. I want to provide value in people's lives. I feel like at the moment, in this modern world that we live in, we're almost conditioned to be less. I feel like as men, we're being put down every day by the media, by society. I don't like saying this word, but there's so many simps about this. There's such a growing presence of like this beta male mindset and everything like that. And the characters you see on TV, in the movies, they're not masculine men. They're not good role models to follow. And I think as men, we need to tap into our masculinity. We need to not shy away from it, because that's how I see things at the moment. I see it's like we're being shamed for being masculine, for being men, for speaking as minds, for going after the things we want in life and being unapologetic about it, sharing his opinions and potentially offending people and not worrying about it. And it's like we're being put down for that. It's like they don't want us to be masculine anymore. And so many people, especially younger people as well, testosterone levels are so low. Men are not masculine anymore. Disney movies and everything, where it's like, you try so hard, you slay all the dragons, you do all that shit, you do everything you can to win the woman over, to please her, and he gets with her at the end because he did everything for her. That's not how things are in the real world, and it's almost like we're brainwashed in a way. And I want younger men to realise that life, for a start, isn't all about women. I know you're probably in your late teens right now, maybe even older, maybe younger, and you've got a lot of drive. You want to have sex with women, you want to do all that, but I want you guys to understand that none of that sleeping around with women is gonna do anything for you. All it's gonna do is it's gonna fuel your ego. It's gonna make you feel better about yourself. You're gonna sleep with a girl and you're like, yeah, I'm the king now. You're gonna feel great about yourself. But you'll look back in it in a few years' time and you'll think, was it really worth it? That time and energy that you wasted on, that girl who probably wasn't right for you anyway. You can learn a lot. You can get experience from it. Obviously, it's good to make mistakes and grow from them, but meaningless sex, that's all it is. It's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. And what I mean by that, guys, is have a purpose in life. Don't just coast along like so many people are doing. Don't just be happy with just being okay, just smooth sailing. No, don't be happy with that. Push yourself to do better all the time. Always be growing. If there's something that you want in life, go after it. Whether it be a girl that you like, but you're too afraid to tell her you like her or whatever, go for it. She might reject you, but just do it. Because sitting around and waiting for it to happen, it's never going to happen. And I've made that mistake so many times by thinking, you know what, I'm just going to wait this one out. You know, it might come to me eventually, and I'm just going to sort of let it happen. But it never happens. So don't do that, guys. If you want to start a business, start a business. You want to quit your job, quit your job. Don't be a talker, be a doer. And yeah, guys, I just want to say, try not to worry so much. Try not to worry about what the outcome is going to be. Just put in the hard work, have a goal in mind, and just keep going and have a little bit of fun along the way. You learn and develop. You're going to make mistakes along the way, but that's fine. And just always be building value, always be improving. But I'm telling you, when you do those things, you build up your life. You become less depressed. You become less subdued because, you know, when things happen that are out of your control and they're not good things to happen, and you start feeling shit, you start feeling low, they become like a safety net, because then when you recognise what you've got, it's like, you know what, my life's still pretty good. I don't need to worry. And then you pick yourself back up and obviously keep growing, and before you know it, you won't have so much depression, you won't have so much anxiety anymore. And I think this is really important. My advice is to remain humble. Never forget where you came from, because at one point you were a simp. At one point you were a beta male. We've all been there at one point in our lives. You know, nobody's born with all the answers. No one's born into being high value. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for supporting me, supporting the channel, subscribing. Really means a lot to me. I don't think there's much more I can say. I think I've been recording this video for like half an hour, probably more now. So I'm going to end things. And yeah, here's to the next 50 subscribers when we reach 100. Might do 100 subscriber special. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.